Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel Tech Guru. Please click on the like, share and subscribe button.
Hello friends, welcome to today's session. Today we are going to study about tuple. Friends, in my last video I told you about list data structure. I hope you have watched that video. If you have not watched, so I suggest you to please watch that video so that you can easily understand list, and then it will be easier for you to understand the tuple also. Let's start. Tuple is a sequence of immutable objects. It means tuple can store multiple values in it, but these values are not changeable. We cannot change them. So in short, we can say tuple is a read-only data structure. It means we cannot insert, delete and update the items stored in a tuple. Multiple values are stored within round brackets only, and between two values we put a comma. And friends, the last point is same, tuple cannot be changed unlike list, because in list we can delete, we can update and we can insert new values also, but that is not possible in tuple. This is an example of a tuple. One important point is that like list, tuple can contain heterogeneous values. Just like list, tuple can contain integer, string and float. To read the values of tuple, we use indexing. Index number starts with 0. Next is 1, 2, 3 and so on. Just like list, reverse indexing is also possible in tuple. Reverse indexing means -1 from the right hand side. This is -1, -2, -3 and so on. Slice operator also works on tuple. As we have done in list, we will do it in the tuple also. So friends, let's start the practical of tuple. To create a tuple, we use round brackets. Then we specify some values. Here I have created a tuple T1. This tuple is having some integers, one string value and float value. We can print the tuple by writing its name. All the values get printed. If you want to print any one value, then provide the index number. Like I have given 4. So this is 0, 1, 2, 3 and 4. So fourth index is 27. That's why I got 27. Alright friends. One more point here. When we create tuple, we use round brackets. But when we want to give index to print any one value, then we use the square bracket. We don't use round brackets here. We have to use square brackets. If you want to read more than one value from the tuple, then we use slice operator. Just see. T1 within square bracket, I tell the starting index, then I tell the ending index. Just look here. Look here friends, this is index 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So T1 2 to 6 means start from the second index, second, third, fourth and fifth. I have written 6, so 6 will not be included in the output. That's why I am getting the output as 34, 86, 27 and 88. Alright, this is starting point and this is the ending point, and this value will not be included in the output. Now let's specify the steps also. I said start from the first index, go up to 7th index and jump by 2. Now look at this. 0 index, starting index is 1, it means this will be printed. I have specified step 2, so this number will be ignored. After 60, the second next number, it is 86, it get printed. Ignore 27, then I got 87. Now ignore the next number and jump to this number, but it will not be get printed because 7 is the last value and we have to stop before 7. So that's why I got 60, 86 and 88. Next is operators on tuple: concatenation, repetition and membership. These three operators work on list also, and these three work on tuple also. Let's see. I create a tuple with 4 values. Then I create a second tuple. Now I write T3 equal to T1 plus T2. It means I want to concatenate the values of T1 and T2 and store these values in T3. Let's print T3. Look here. These 4 values are from T1 and these values are from T2. So it means this plus operator has concatenated the values of T1 and T2, stored the result in T3. Next is multiply. So friends, let's print T1. This is my T1. Then I create a new tuple T4 equal to T1 repetition 2. It means T4 will be having all the values of T1 2 times. Just print T4. Look, this is T1, this is again T1. So with the help of repetition, I can specify number of times the values of this tuple will be available in the second tuple. Next is membership operator. It is used to check a particular value is available in the tuple or not. So I am going to check whether 30 in the tuple T4. I got true because 30 is present in the tuple. But if I specify any other value that is not present in the tuple, then it will give false result. Friends, next is tuple functions. If you remember, I told you these functions can work on list also and tuple also. Now let's see the working of these functions on tuple. First of all, I create a tuple T1. First function is delete. If I specify any index to delete a particular item from the tuple, I will get an error because tuple is immutable. It means we cannot delete, update or insert values in tuple. But if I write delete T1, it means complete tuple has been removed from the memory. Now T1 is not available, that's why I got the error. Next function is length. To understand the working of length, let's create a tuple first. I created a tuple T1. Length function tells the total number of values available in the tuple. There are 6 values, so I got 6. Next is max. It will return the biggest number from the tuple T1. Min. It will return the smallest number from the tuple. One important point is that max and min function will work on the tuple if it is having the homogeneous values. Here all the values are in integer form, that's why these two functions are working here. Now let's create one more tuple having heterogeneous values. Now this T2 tuple is having heterogeneous collection. Let's try to use max function on T2. I got the error because one value is string, one is integer, so we cannot use max function here. Next is tuple function. This function is used to convert a given sequence into tuple. In the bracket I have given this value. It means it is a list, but tuple function will convert this list into tuple. Just look here. It was a list, but tuple function has converted it to tuple. So friends, that's it about tuple. I hope you have enjoyed the session. So please click on the like, share and subscribe button. Thank you and keep watching.